Yo, what's up, peoples? Mood616 here, and yeah, it's top 30 time. 2012 was a a decent year, I guess. It had its ups and downs. I thought the year started out pretty slow, finished up pretty strong. It really was hit and miss. It really was hit and miss. So, yeah. And here's my top 30 countdown. You know, this is obviously like my personal choices. This is by no means, written in stone or whatever. This is just my opinion. These are just my favorite albums of the year. So, if your favorite album doesn't appear on here, don't worry about it. It's not your list. So this is gonna be like part one of like a series of videos. I think the second part I'm gonna do like my top digital releases, and then there'll be like a top Canadian list, and then my 10 albums that I was very disappointed with. So a disappointment list. Alright, so I guess we'll get right into it here. In at number 30, and remember, this is just my choices, so if some of your albums are ranking higher or whatever, don't worry about it. In at number 30, First Serve, Plug 1 and Plug 2 from De La Soul. This is one of those albums that got a ton of mixed reactions and reviews this year because, the album definitely was different. It wasn't, your typical De La Soul sounding album, but, it wasn't supposed to. It never was supposed to. Yeah, I just have a lot of fun with this album. I think it's great. It's a great summertime album. I really dig it in the summer, so, yeah, First Serve. Probably end up putting these over here or something like that. Next up is 730, Heaven's Computer. I did a review for this album a long time ago. Some people are probably thinking that it probably would have ranked a little higher on my list considering I praised it so much. I still do really like the album. I think it's fantastic. I think 730 can rap his ass off. It's a unique album because it's not typical, yeah, I don't know. Number 29, 730. Number 28, the Megahertz Legacy album. An album that just really took me by surprise. I wasn't really expecting anything from it. No, the beats were good. Aside from a couple songs on here, but for the most part, MCs came through, beats were good. RJD2's beats were dope. What do I say? It was just a solid record. 27. This is Clear Soul Forces, Detroit Revolutions. This is just a copy I made. I have this CD coming in the mail. I don't know where the hell it is. I ordered it like 3 weeks ago. So hopefully it's on its way, but it'll probably be in this month's update. But anyways, yeah, Clear Soul Forces. Just a really good album, man. Really dope album. What can I say? It was just quality hip-hop. What am I at? What is that? 20, 30, 29, 20, 26. Del the Funky Homo Sapien and Feral Thoughts, Track of Sin. I think that Feral Thought has really resurrected Del's career. This is the second album that Del's done with him. He did the album with Tame a couple years back, which was really dope. The Parallel Universes. But yeah, I really like Feral Thought's beats on here. I mean, right from the opening song on here, On Mama's House, it's just fucking fantastic. I really like Del with these beats, so yeah, Del, number 26. Number 25 on the list is Mirrors and Ninth Wonder, The Final Adventure. It's another album I wasn't really expecting a whole lot from this year. Ninth Wonder's beats are Ninth Wonder's beats, They're not really anything too crazy. And this is the 5th offering from him. The last couple have been kind of so-so. So I wasn't really hyped up about it, but, it came through. I thought that Mirrors laced this album pretty good. Ninth Wonder did a good job. Funeral for a Killer is just a fucking amazing track, but really quality album. Is it number 25? Number 24, Rex with Straight No Chaser. I did like this album a lot better than the Revolutionary album. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I like Static Selectus, so what do I say? I think Rex is just an amazing MC. I think they do really good quality albums together. I look forward, to more stuff in the future, definitely by them. But just another quality record, man. What can I say? Is that number 24? 20. Number 24. Probably gonna do this the whole time. Number 24 is Gangrene with Vodka and a Sasia. I don't know how to say the fucking word. Oh no, Alchemist. It's a little different than the first record. I really enjoyed the EPs that came out this year. I have them on vinyl, or I think one of them came out this year. The other one came out last year. But really cool features on here. You got G-Rap on here, Rock Marciano, Prodigy, Evidence, Roxy. Just a quality record. It's a little experimental at times, but in my opinion, it bangs like really good. 23. Little Fame, Terminology, Physiology. This was another surprise record of the year for me. I mean, what can I say, really? Like, Little Fame laced this album with some really dope beats, which I think really helped Terminology's performance in the record. It's not cluttered with features. It's got Bun B on here and a couple others, Busta Rhymes, Styles P and stuff, which I did like that it wasn't cluttered. I think it really made Terminology come through on the record, but I think it just works. 22. Craig G, Ramblings of an Angry Old Man. Another record I'm always looking forward to Craig G records. Yeah, this one really did take me by surprise, though. I couldn't believe how fucking dope it was, man. It really caught me off guard, man. Good production, Marco Polo on here. Elemento produced a track on here, which is dope. The beat miners, but Craig G, just lyrics-wise and delivery and just presence on the record just really makes it, though. Yeah, just a quality record. Yeah, I don't know what number I'm on here. Here, sorry. I'm just gonna go. 39, 36, 25, 24, 20. That was number 21. Yeah, this is number 20. Alright. Rock Marciano, Reloaded. Yeah. This is probably like a lot higher in a lot of people's lists. It's just, from this point down, it was hard to actually rank the albums because there were so many albums in here I really do like. Yeah, Rock Marciano, Reloaded. It's slow. It's really good, though. Rock Marciano is always dope on the mic, and, he laced himself with some pretty good beats on here. Very different. It's not your fucking album that you're going to throw at a party or anything, but it's dope. Number 19, Sadat X with Love, Hell, or Rights. This was another album that I just couldn't fucking believe how good it was. Yeah, Sadat X just got some dope beats on here. Came through, Sadat X is Sadat X, right? You know what you're going to get with him on the mic. So basically, when a new Sadat X album is coming out, you're really concentrating on and focusing on, the beats. If they're good or not, it's going to make the album. So this one really did work. I liked it a lot. Number 18 is Pep Love's Rigamorlo. However you fucking say it. Yeah, I just recently came back to this about a month ago. I had shelved it for a while, hadn't listened to it in a while. Started listening to it again, I'm just like, fuck, man, Pep Love is a fucking beast on the mic, man. Like, just a fucking beast. Some of the beats on here aren't the greatest in the world, but, his presence on the mic is just so overwhelming. It's just, I think, dude, it's just amazing, man. It's just fucking amazing. So that's Rigamorlo. I don't even know how to fucking say that, man, to be honest. So that was 18. Number 17. DJ Premier and Bumpy Knuckles collection. I know a lot of people were giving this album a lot of flack. Primo's not his best work, blah blah blah. It isn't, but at the same time, I think it's worthy of making the top 30 because I think it's a really good record. I just love Bumpy Knuckles so much. So, yeah, I don't know. There's, like I said, not the best Primo beats on here, but what do you do, right? Yeah. Number 16 is Vinny Paz, God of the Serengeti. You know, really, I think this album is really good, man. I think Vinny Paz fucking rips this shit. It's good production on here. Maybe a song or two on here I don't like, but overall it's solid, it's listenable. But it's Vinny Paz, you know. You know what you're getting with Vinny Paz. Number 15, Journalist 103, Reporting Live. This album, fucking, I love this record. It's fantastic. Just really, really great quality hip-hop, man. Yeah, what do I say? Good production. Journalist 103, definitely a little underrated in my opinion. That's the top 15. Or 15 to 30, I should say. Okay, on to the top 15 here. Number 14, Master Ace with Mod Doom. I do actually like the slipcover a lot better than the actual album cover. I don't know what it is about that. I just Master Ace over Doom beats. Really, can you go wrong with this? Like, that's just fucking phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those records that just sounds so fresh. I mean, we've all heard these beats before, but at the same time, you haven't heard these beats with Master Ace rapping over them, so I think it's fucking phenomenal. I think it's really good. So that's 14. Yeah, 14. Yeah, I think that was. Let's see here. Yeah, number 14. I'm really fucking bad with keeping track of numbers. Number 13, Chino XL, the Reincarnation album. You know, I actually originally thought this was going to rank a little higher on my list, but you know, after multiple listens and stuff, there is a bunch of songs in here I'm not too fond of. You know, I think it is really one of the better double disc albums, you know, really of all time. Like, there's so many double disc albums that are not that good. This is definitely one of the better ones. It's solid, you know, throughout, but, you know, and Chino is just a fucking beast on the mic, but I still think it's really dope. So that was number 13. Number 12, Constant Deviance with Diamonds. Very underrated group. Fucking dope-ass record. Just, you know, quality hip-hop, man. You can pick this up at 626 Records. 626 Records. Yeah, definitely check this out. Constant Deviant's been around for a long time. Always put out dope material. So, yeah. At number 13. Number 12. Number 12. Number 11. Number 11 is Robust. Filling in the potholes. This is just another quality album by Robust. I honestly don't think Robust has ever put out anything shitty before. Just another fucking quality hip-hop record. What can I say? Definitely check this one out. It's fucking awesome. Alright, so into the top 10 here. Into the top 10. Just making sure. Okay, number 10. It's gotta be Propo 88 and Blabbermouth from the top of the stack. This is one of those throwback records that, you know, it fucking really could have just been recorded in 1991, 92. It sounds so good. Blabbermouth is just fucking phenomenal on the mic. Like, phenomenal. I think he does such a great job with the style. The fucking beats are awesome. It's just a really, really cool album, and very cool casing, the wood case. I've showed this before, but, yeah. Number 10, Propo 88 and Blabbermouth. Fucking awesome. Number 9, Large Pro, Professor at Large. Still a really, really fucking big fan of this album. It's just, you know, another great Large Pro album. In my opinion, Large Pro's never really done anything shitty. And this is another example of, you know, someone that's getting older and still putting out really, really fucking dope albums. Number 9. Number 8 is playing in the background right now. Aesop Rock's Skeleton. This is a phenomenal record. You know, ever since it dropped, I've been kind of undermining it a little bit, not giving it its proper spins. But, you know, every time I spin it, I'm just like, this album's so good. I've listened to this album probably at least 8 or 9 times in the last fucking week, and I just I love it every time. I just can't stop listening to it. You know, if you're a fan of Aesop Rock and you haven't heard this, definitely check this out. It's quality. Number 7. An album that I do hear a lot of mixed reviews. I'm not really too sure why, but I think I always say this when I talk about this record, but it's Purpose and Confidence, the Purpose of Confidence record. Yeah, all produced by Confidence. I think it's fucking awesome, man. I think it's just really good. It's up there with the Rashid album from last year. This one, it just sounds smooth. It sounds polished and smooth. I don't know. Maybe I just like that. I don't know. It just works. You know, Purpose isn't... He's not the best rapper in the world, to be honest. But the quality of the beats and the way it's broke down it's done very well. Number 6. Pace 1. Mr. Green. The only color that matters, or the only number that matters, is 1. What can I say? Mr. Green, definitely one of my favorite producers in the last few years. I've always been a big Pace 1 fan. I love his delivery. I love his rhyme schemes and style. He's entertaining to listen to, and that's what I love in an MC. Green's beats are always they're always a fucking gem for me. But yeah, can't go wrong with that one right there. Love it. Number 6. Okay, top 5 time. Number 5 is UMag with Lasting Impressions, produced by BBZ Darney. It's just a fucking awesome album. You know, it's got that 90s boom bap sound. It just sounds real. You know, UMag sounds hungry on the record. I think his rhymes and schemes are really fucking dope. Definition of a real MC. I just fucking love that track, man. It's phenomenal. Definitely pick this one up. They only pressed up, I believe, 100 copies of the album, so, you know, gotta get them while they last. But definitely check this out. It's quality. Number 5. And at number 4, fuck, man, I tell you, every time I talk about this cat, he just seems to get better and better with albums. I'm talking about Guilty Simpson, produced by Apollo Brown. This is Dice Game. Yeah, you know, Guilty Simpson's first album, Ode to the Ghetto, I didn't really like that much. His second album I thought was a fucking huge step up. Thought it was really good. This one is just on a different level. I love this record. Maybe it's Apollo Brown, I'm not too sure, but Guilty sounds really good on the record. I fucking love it. It's awesome. And at number 4, top 3 time. And at number 3 is an album that, you know, generally I wouldn't be overly stoked to be listening to all the time, just because it is just fucking packed full of features, which is not really my thing, but for some weird reason this album just really, it just works for me. I don't know. Beats, MCs, everything, man. And I'm talking about Beneficence, Concrete Soul. This album's got fucking phenomenal features and production. I mean, there's some no-name, or some like up-and-comer producers on here that just really lace this album good. Right from the start, man, the intro with DJ Doo-Wop, it's fucking fantastic. My favorite track on the album, though, has got to be Cold Train, featuring Grab Love and Rob O. Just another great release by Beneficence, man. I mean, that's 2 in a row. I've actually never heard his previous 2 albums before. I'm ashamed to say, but yeah, Beneficence, number 3. Number 2, oh, sorry, my allergies are just fucking acting. I'm so bad right now. Number 2, these guys had a record out last year that I thought just flew underneath the radar like like a stealth bomber, man. You know, I had bought the album right when it first came out because it was so cheap, and, you know, I don't really think people even got up on these guys, went back and got that album until this album came out. But I'm talking about Epidemic with Monochrome Skies. Their album from last year, Killin' Spree, was fucking, or Illin' Spree, not Killin' Spree, Illin' Spree, was phenomenal. And I was trying to get people up on it, you know, and then it seemed like few people came around, and then this album dropped, and then people started posting up and stuff, and then went back, and This is fucking phenomenal. I really love this record. It's just such a breath of fresh air for me. I just absolutely love it. You know, top to bottom, no skippable tracks. Beats are very, very consistent. It's you know, it's down tempo. It's not the fastest, but it's very quality. Epidemic. Definitely check that shit out. And my #1 album of the year, which I actually was ranking this, you know, last night, because I took a lot of flack last year for not actually ranking my top 30. I hate ranking because it's just so fucking hard to do, especially when you're doing 30 albums. But it was funny because I just couldn't believe that this album still made my #1 because my top album of the year. Because I did a review for this album like right when it first came out, like in the first quarter of the year, I believe, or something like that. You know, it was in the first quarter. But I was just like, you know what? It still is. I listen to this album all the time. I listen to it all the way through the year. And that's Trophies. Apollo Brown and OC's Trophies. I think Apollo Brown definitely made my producer of the year. Strictly because I've got 2 albums in the top 5 that he produced this year. So, what can I say? There's great samples on here. Great beats. OC is just a fucking beast on the mic. I'm such a big fan of OC. But, yeah, Trophies at #1 for my top albums of the year. Yeah, so it was a pretty good year, I gotta say. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say this was the best year in hip-hop. I mean, there was a lot of albums that came out this year that I was disappointed with, but you know, this is just my top 30 favorite albums of the year. Obviously, there's albums on here that you don't agree with, or the placings, or whatever. But you know what? That's the point of, you know, or that's the fun about lists. It just gives people something to bitch about, really. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry for losing track on the numbers like over and over again, but I just woke up. I'm tired, and yeah. So, Mood616 signing out. Peace.